15-second countdown. 15-second countdown for the people. For the people. For the people. No 30 today. No 30. The people deserve it. They deserve it. And cut. What's up? Good morning. Oh, look at that fucking hat. You just got that hat? You just got that hat? Where'd you get that hat?
Not tell anybody.
Yeah, because you're lying. You've had that hat. You just never worn it before.
Not telling you where I keep the hat. Yeah.
No, that's okay because you don't even know where you got it.
Johnson used to say, "Don't tell me about the labor, just show me the baby."
Is that what Chad Johnson used to say?
Just show me the baby.
Chad Johnson Jr.?
I don't know about that.
That was a good junior convo yesterday. We should clip that and put it out to the Twitter.
About the junior convo, that would have been a good clip.
Yeah, that was good. We had some good banter. There we go. Finally, my glasses are clear. Good morning, everybody. I saw we had a hype train. I was about to give the chat some dubs, but I realized it's all you. So Steak's just out here handing out subs left and right. Love to see it. Zapix got one. Slim Smith got one. 45 stream streak. Slim Smith, appreciate you. We're at a hype train level 2 right now. 2. Steak gave. Who else did you give? You gave Hovey one. Hovey, this cheap motherfucker. Doesn't sub. Carter C subscribed on his own 8 months. Let's gamble aggressively this weekend, fellas. Always responsibly. Have fun. Captain Hook props. You gave a sub. Were these random or did you click people?
I clicked people that were commenting or I could see in the lobby.
Love that. Why does Gambling State you want the link?
He wants the link to the hat.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Steak doesn't know where he got it. He got it a long time ago. It's been sitting in his fucking treasure trove of hats. Boston Sports Dork subscribed and gifted a sub, gifted 2 subs. Grandpa Hector, never seen that name before. T-Rain picks. Thank you, Boston Sports Dork. Jimmy Buckets with a sub bank. 73 people in here nice and early. We got subs galore. Started by Steak. Good job. Level 4 hype train. That's great because you know what? I was going to ask for the vibes to be high, but I don't even have to ask. The vibes are already high. I'm very, very excited for the show today, for the stream today. We do have Greg coming on. He is late as usual. That's okay. We got started a little late too. I don't want to take any blame away from myself, but here we are. That is a very nice San Francisco Giants hat. And on that note, real quick, did you see Kyle Tucker signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers last night?
Sure did.
I retweeted it and I said, all right, I'm what did I say? Actually, I said, yeah, that'll do it. I'm out on baseball. And I've got some mixed reviews. I got a lot of people that agree. Cam is money, who was a known Dodgers fan, said be right there to hold the door for you. Yep, that's fun. Very fun. Enjoy your World Series that are just paid for. Dodgers minus 400 every game. Great. Yep, you kind of have to laugh at it. Nick Flamson. Yep. Sig said, knew you were a quitter, by the way. Kind of funny. Let's normalize giving players shit for doing this. Kyle Tucker deserves just as much blame as the Dodgers and the MLB do. I mean,
I have some takes as a guy who enjoys baseball but would not consider myself a baseball knower.
I want to hear
what kind of feedback I get. Is Kyle Tucker kind of overrated?
Real quick before we answer that question, after Boston Sports Store gave out 2 sub banks, Tim Delaney followed it up and gave out 5 sub banks. Tim, appreciate you. Brick by Brick, Tree Nut Allergy, X120 Trice Picks, and Wade Wap getting the subs. Love that. I don't think Kyle Tucker is overrated. I think Kyle Tucker is perfectly rated.
Immediate no's, so I'm just going to go with that. 6 immediate no's from smart people.
Yeah, I don't even know baseball that well. Greg, are you ready to roll? I just saw Greg pop up in here. Good morning, Greg. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing?
You look sharp. You look sharp last stream. You look sharp this stream. I love
a new haircut.
The haircut looks good. I like the shirt, the open shirt with the 2 chains. By the way, are you new to the 2 Chains Club, or you always been a 2 Chains Club?
I've been on 2 Chains Club since before you, not before Steak.
I'm not. I'm on the 1 chain club. Steak gave me his chain. Then I got my own chain. It was a Christmas present. I don't have it on right now, actually. I take the chain off to shower. Should I not do that? It's real gold.
It's gold.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's something, it's unnecessary. Greg, before we get into the NFL divisional round, which we are going to dive all the way into, we do have subs rolling left and right, rising to the 25 stream streak, hype train level 4. It's good to be with you all this morning. We want to talk quickly about Kyle Tucker signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Baseball's dead to me. It's dead.
Okay, so you share my same sentiment. I tweeted that. I got a lot of pushback for it. But then Steak has a couple of takes, but his first question was, is Kyle Tucker overrated? Immediate no's in the chat. No. Yeah.
No, dude, he's good, man. If the Cubs were able to keep him and Bregman, they would have been a problem.
But Greg or Steak, you can have a different opinion. Do you think he's a little overrated?
It's sort of what I was thinking when I saw everyone freaking out. It's like the Dodgers do this every year, but now that they got Kyle Tucker, you're finally over it. It's like the Dodgers do this every year. This is what the Dodgers do.
Do the Dodgers have any guy that's like, people hated the Yankees teams of the 90s, but they had Rivera, they had Jeter, they had Pettit. They had like their homegrown type guys in addition to the big bats that they went out and got. Is there any guy who's like a true Dodger?
Well, that's a really good question. Muncy?
Like Mookie Betts was Red Sox, Freeman was Braves, like
Muncy and Will Smith would be the two that come to mind.
Will Smith, yeah.
But where was Muncy before the Dodgers? I don't think he was anywhere. Yeah. Are those good answers? God, I know.
Muncy's a good one, yeah. Will Smith was the only guy I could think of. Kershaw's dead.
And yeah, Kershaw was a good one. I thought I really thought Walker Buehler was going to be a guy. Like a Dodger guy.
Where's he even at now?
I don't know. Oh, Red Sox. I think he went to the Red Sox.
No, I think the Red Sox cut him.
Oh, I don't know where he is. He could go down to Tampa and get his career revived. Steak, did you have another take on top of that, or is that your only question?
No, that was my other take. Was that like, why do like this is every year with the Dodgers, but you're saying like you're finally out on baseball now, but I just feel like it's every year.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
Worse.
It's getting worse, and it's gotten to the point where so this actually falls in line with your question. I don't think Kyle Tucker's overrated. I think he's perfectly rated, and I think he's thought of as a top player in baseball, but he's not a Judge. He's not an Ohtani. And he's the kind of free agent that I thought wouldn't necessarily be attracted or drawn to the Dodgers. I thought he would be like, let me go to Toronto. Let me go to, I don't even know if he would have gone to Boston.
Well, you saw the other option was the Mets, and I can't really blame him for not wanting to go to the Mets.
Agreed with you. Kind of like you can't really blame Dante Moore if people want to defend him for not going to the Jets. I don't blame him for going to the Mets, but like Kyle Tucker would have been a dude that I think had probably options, and I could be wrong, to get paid by other teams in other markets. And like, he would have been a bigger fish there as opposed to going to the Dodgers. But it's also kind of like the opposite of the Myles Garrett take. It's like Myles Garrett's going to stay in Cleveland. He clearly doesn't care about winning. He just wants to get paid, which is fine. And also it's kind of cool that you want to stick with your team. Maybe you want to be on the same team forever. But if a guy like Kyle Tucker is just signing with the Dodgers, he just wants that ring, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's
so
correct. You are perfectly describing two very opposite ends of the spectrum.
Did he win one with the Astros?
Oh, yeah. Was he right after that? I want to say he did. Yes. Okay.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know Kyle Tucker personally. He's certainly not a guy that I ever disliked, even from that Astros team, like where we all hated him for being cheaters. I will tell you individually, I always liked George Springer. I thought that was a great signing by the Blue Jays. I always liked Carlos Correa. Liked him a lot. Obviously Altuve stayed. There was another guy that went somewhere. Name's escaping me. But anyways, DJ and Steak, Dodgers have paid out $2.25 billion in contracts last 3 years. It's more than the total value of 17. I mean, yeah. What is the argument for no salary cap in baseball? It makes no sense. I really don't know.
It's Bregman. The Yankees and the Dodgers rule it, and they just say no.
Love Bregman. So Bregman really fucked the Red Sox, I think, because he went to the Cubs after going to Boston for 1 year, and they essentially got rid of Rafi.
I mean, the Red Sox fucked themselves.
Yeah. How can you like Carlos Correa? I don't like as a player, I think is what I mean more so. Like I think he's really talented. Like all those guys scare me. Like how Aaron Boone says my guys are savages in the box. Remember how he said that? Like all those dudes on the Red Sox or that were on the Astros are actually legitimately fucking savages in the box. Revenue sharing has to come to baseball. Kyle Tucker is getting paid more than half the teams. Right. We just heard that. There was a guy that came in real quick, and I wanted to acknowledge his comment. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Danny Phantom Live. Tucker's overrated. I'll say it. Yeah.
I don't think he is. I think if he's overrated, he's overrated by the analytics baseball people. I think your average fan would say he's overrated. But I think the true ball knowers think this is a huge deal.
He's not 60 million good.
Yeah, but the Dodgers, it's just monopoly money.
Yeah,
it's all deferred.
That's why it's annoying.
Smoky Pots, that's what I wanted to say. I had to drop in from the grow room. I don't know what that means. To say what up to the dogs. Happy Friday. Let's make some money this weekend. Thank you very much. Good to see you. We have 108 in here quick on Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. It is 10:17 a.m. You guys have shown up early. Don Smooth, Rising, Stream Streaks. Hype Train is at level 5. 19 gifted subs. Appreciate all you guys. Vibes high. Feeling good on this Friday.
Grow room is where you grow marijuana, Jeff.
Oh, a grow room is where you grow marijuana. Got it. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So Smoky Pots is in the grow room. How did those dots not connect for me?
No idea.
Yeah, that was stupid. Well, nice. Hope you're growing some good shit, right? Some good.
How many pots have you smoking today?
Some good Kush. What was that Ludacris song? Blueberry Yum Yum. Remember Blueberry Yum Yum?
Yes.
Good song. What was the weed
Probably
called?
didn't hold up the test of time.
What do you mean? Blueberry Yum
I bet
Yum?
if you went back and listened to it today, you'd be like, this is not a very good song.
Ooh.
That's a hell of a thing to say, Greg.
That's-
I don't think you say that about any Ludacris song.
I agree, dude. Ludacris might be like a Kyle Tucker conversation. Do you think Kyle Tucker's overrated? I mean, Ludacris is overrated?
Oh, no. Greg,
I think Ludacris is awesome. I think Ludacris is underrated.
he might be.
Oh my God.
Mouth album, it all slaps.
Yeah. Okay. DJ and Ball Knower, thank you very much. Luda the Goat. Yep. Steak, I've been watching that show Task, by the way. Great show recommendation. Greg, you're not really a show guy, right?
I am. It's just there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. You're a book guy. What are you reading right now?
I am.
There's not a lot of books, by the way.
There's not a lot of books. Steve Pressfield, he wrote The Legend of Bagger Vance. Reading one of his book, great author. Simon Sinek, who's like a marketing genius guy. That's it.
Are you reading 2 books at once?
I typically do.
That's crazy, dude. My brain could not handle that. Do we have any book readers in the chat? We should start a fucking book club.
I'm not starting a book club with you.
Hold on a second. Why would you shoot down starting a book club right away? I would never do that.
With you, dude, I'm not waiting 2 years for you to read
and
the
I
Phil Knight book.
Greg in this one.
Why?
I don't think he should start a book club with you. The fuck are you going to read?
Dude, it took you 2 years to read the Phil Knight book, and I got it back, and it looked like it went through a lawnmower.
I read it in the sauna, and I apologize. I didn't
and that's
realize.
The last book that you borrow.
I know.
I read it in the sauna.
Dude, it's wrecked. It's wrecked.
I read it in the sauna about 15 minutes every morning. That was maybe, I don't know, a couple of pages, like 8 to 10 pages at a time. It was a very good book. And then I didn't realize the sweat was dripping off my face onto the pages.
Which is wild because the binding's wrecked. So at some point you thought you noticed that.
I fucked your book up. I did. I fucked your book up.
It's just a book.
I'm sorry.
It adds character.
It was a good book though.
But it also stopped the chance of any future book club.
I will read.
Insane. I would not be in a book club with anybody who reads in the sauna. That's crazy.
I will. Okay, I learned my lesson. I will no longer read in the sauna. What's wrong with reading in a sauna is great for the brain.
With your own book, it's fantastic.
Once a month, you say something that makes you sound like David Goggins. Like I bet David Goggins would be like, "I read in the sauna."
No, I bet he's like, I read while running up a mountain while a mountain lion's chasing me. Like that's aggressive. Reading in the sauna is like soothing. You know,
I think reading in the sauna is hardcore.
Okay, hold on. I also would read the book on the elliptical. Do you think that's better or worse?
I'm not going to use the G word, but
okay, that's fine.
I mean, man, if I saw you,
is that the G word?
Elliptical with your legs off the ground, just flailing,
doing anything on the elliptical.
You're right. You're right.
On the elliptical,
and then calling the guy on the Stairmaster feminine. You are a special guy.
The Stairmaster is overall it's feminine. It's a great workout. I've said this before, but I will agree. I'm not an elliptical guy. Can I just throw this out there though? Before I started walking on an incline, I would run, and I got bad knees. So the elliptical is very good if you don't if you have bad
joints, yes.
Yeah, because there's no impact. Greg's gonna roll his eyes.
It's not a workout.
I don't disagree.
It's borderline not one.
It can be. It can be. You have to put the resistance up. You have to put the resistance up, and you start to feel it burn. It does take a very long time, though.
You'll see them stake. I can't imagine these made their way to Orlando, but they are a New York thing. But it's called an elliptic go, and it's basically an outdoor elliptical. So you'll see guys that are going around Central Park or Prospect Park, and it's like a
Oh, it
moving.
really moves.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That sounds very New York.
that's about as tough as you can get.
Yeah.
Did you
Almost
see
sounds San Francisco?
we got a couple more minutes to shoot the shit and then we'll get right into it. We have 4 games to dive all the way on, but I have a couple things that I want to talk about real quick. Handyman Al with a sub bank 15 months. Thank you, Handyman. Hype Train level 5 Slander 15 stream streak. I like Slander in the stream. He's been a good dude, good contributor. We appreciate all you guys. Scomby 25 months, long time viewer. How we doing on RedTube? RedTube, can I hear you scream? Can you like the stream? Can you subscribe to the page? We appreciate it. Dead Press Carta, bang. By the way, Dead Press said
Did you just slip a red tube in there?
Yeah.
He's been calling it RedTube. I don't even know if he knows what he's doing.
I know what I'm doing. I know what RedTube is. YouTube is YouTube. RedTube is RedTube.
What's your favorite video on RedTube?
Probably like something
Male.
Latina.
Oh.
When in doubt, search Latina.
Concanipple.
Oh, that's great. Why would you ask me that question when you're Concanipple? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, hi Con.
Wait, so Snake, that Viking thing's in your house? I thought that was in your office.
It's in my office at my house.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when you don't live in New York City, you can have multiple rooms in a house that can also suit as an office space. It sounds quite nice. I bet people that live in Charlotte have like 6 offices in their home. That sounds great. Greg's face when he said RedTube is classic. Yeah, it's good to have Greg on here. All right, should we? Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show you guys from my tweets. God fucking damn it, I don't understand what's going on. Did anybody update? You guys have Macs on your laptops? Did you get an update?
Not yet.
I got an update. And for whatever reason now, when I have Twitter on my browser and then I leave it and I go to another page, it I don't know what it does. I have to close my browser. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, wait. We talked about Kyle Tucker. Oh no, is Twitter down?
That's what people are saying.
Are they saying that?
They are saying.
Oh,
that.
It is down.
And we're not getting any views on Twitter. You could see like.
Oh, good observation. You're right.
It is.
Twitter, Twitter must be down.
Man, I missed your dog of the day. I thought I punched it in, but it was late, and I was like, I'll just punch it in after the kid goes to bed. And this morning, I even woke up and saw the Hornets won. I was like, yes. And then I checked my FanDuel account. I was like, no.
That's the worst.
But I'm happy you got it at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't call me Degen, but I watched 0 seconds of that game. 0.
The which game?
Hornets Lakers started at 10:30. Dude,
it's January basketball. Yeah.
Who the fuck is watching Hornets Lakers?
Normally me if I have money on it, but I was exhausted.
Got it. Did Bryant win?
Bryant won in overtime.
Was that good or bad for us?
Bad for us.
Okay, right, because they're
technically we kind of came around to not thinking they were fake sharp if we're being real, but we did put them on the fake sharp board.
Right. Okay, we got to own it. 2 in a row streak is dead. 2 in a row streak is dead. Oh my God, Mace 0803 says I watched that whole game. Wow, bad. How's Kawa doing?
Morikawa live.
Snake, are you?
What?
Are you having fun?
No, I'm not having fun yet.
Slander gave out a sub bang. Nikki Gambles gave out a sub. Look how fucking the chat is up and moving. I absolutely love it. ATV 1 of 1 subscribed 10 months. Appreciate you guys. The subs are flowing in. All right. Well,
wait,
I was going to
update the scandal system. Is that cool? All the teams that were busted.
Please do. So yes.
We got, Bob Morris. They were up 10. They completely melted, went to overtime, and I think they lost outright. 0-1. North Carolina AT&T +1.5 hit 1-1. Abilene Christian moved from -2.5 to +1.5. Never had any pulse whatsoever. They lost. The system is currently 1-2. The only game that plays today is DePaul, which I will be taking.
Okay. All right. I might jump on that with you. Is that a weird time, or is that going to be around the same time? Like, do I have to get it in right now, or am I good?
No, I think it's tonight. I don't think there's a day basketball, but I will double check.
Oh, no. You're good. I'm looking right now. 6:30 is the first game. Well, that Magic game at 2:00 just really kind of threw me off. So I was wondering if there's any weird shit going on since it's a Friday, but it doesn't sound like it is. Okay. Well, there's no Twitter. I was going to reference a couple of bookmarks that I had, but I forgot entirely what I was going to say. Oh, I thought it was very funny. Greg, you might agree or disagree with this. I don't know. You're a little bit more pro New York than I am, but the Kyle Brandt, who works for, I think, the NFL.com, said he went around New York City and was showing people a picture of Mike McDonald, the coach for the Seattle Seahawks, and was like showing picture. And was like, do you know who this is? And he said in his video that he was going on the streets of New York City, and he was like, New York, nobody knows more about sports than the people of New York. I was like, brother.
Yeah, ask a marketing girl or a girl in HR in Rock Center and see what she knows. Like, come on.
I don't know why people just assume. And again, I've had this take that I don't think New York City is the best sports city, but it's nothing it can do. We're not having this conversation or debate.
You just have too many people.
There's too many people. It's a transient city. There's just people all over the place. They're there to work and hustle and not really do much else. Nobody fucking pays attention in Manhattan on the island in during a work week. In the middle of the day is walking around, knows a fuck. They don't know who's playing. They don't know anything. And I'm not saying I know a lot. Steak asked me 8 guys yesterday where they went to college. I didn't know where Christian Kirk went to college. So I'm not trying to act all high and mighty, but I just thought that was a hilarious thing. And I retweeted it. And
did you see the Seahawks did a counter video?
No.
They showed a picture of the guy from NFL Network to actual Seahawks players. And they're like, who is this?
Oh, the guy hosting the interview? That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. That's very funny.
Yeah.
No.
It was a good, like their social media is pretty good.
Ovi, seen a homeless man shit on the street yesterday in the city. It was interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's nothing to do. Seahawks video was great. Before the stream, did DJ know what he looked like? Very funny. Chicago's the best sports town. Yeah, I think Chicago and Boston are probably
if you're not mentioning Philly. If you're
Philly's
not
up there.
Philly, I'd say you don't know ball.
Chicago, Philly, Boston, 1A, 1B, 1C, something like that. Yep. Oh,
I'd say that's fair. What's underrated before we move on from this topic? What's an underrated sports city, in your opinion? I got a weird one. You're going to be like,
if you say Tampa, I'm logging off.
Oh, never.
You're going to say Dallas.
I'm not going to say Dallas. Nope.
You're going to say Cleveland.
I'm going to say Cleveland.
Cleveland. I can see
and the reason I'm going to say Cleveland is because I will respect any city where the fans go to the games regardless if the teams are good or not.
I think Pittsburgh's perfectly rated.
You know, I have a take on that real quick, and then we will really get into it. I mean, there's 4 games. We have plenty of time. I don't have a hard stop or anything. My flight's not till 4 today, but I'm gonna say this. I actually used to appreciate fans that would go to the games when their team sucks. I've done a 180 on that. I think if you are a fan of the New York Jets or you're a fan of the Cincinnati Bengals, fuck them. Why are you going to go to the games? Don't buy tickets.
There's some fairness to what you're saying, specifically about the teams you're mentioning, but I still respect the fans that show up. Detroit is great. Detroit is great.
Yeah.
Toronto rocks, by the way. I'm heavy on. I'm long Toronto.
Oh no, actually Toronto plays. I was gonna say you have to have 3 teams for me to consider you in this conversation. So wouldn't that Seattle doesn't count, right?
I've never been to Seattle. I would like to go to Seattle. Bengals have an offense to see, but that's not my point. Your ownership sucks. You're not firing Zach Taylor. You're not getting an offensive line. You're not putting any money into the defense. And then when you make a draft pick, you draft Shamar fucking Stewart. Fuck that. Fuck your ownership. Don't you kind of want to take a little bit of a stand? Like, I think that is the only way to be like, yo, we've had enough. We're not coming to these games, because you're like, hey, we'll come see the team no matter what. We're so diehard. But then the ownership group probably knows, hey, no matter what, we're going to get fans in the seats and we're going to sell tickets. Like, that's kind of my way of thinking you could push back a little bit. Be like, hey, fuck you. We're not going to buy tickets. I'm not getting season tickets. Why don't you start spending some money and stop being a cheap fuck? You know what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, it does kind of make sense, but I'm still going to respect the fans like the Browns. And honestly, Beav is right. Minnesota fans deserve respect too. I mean, who's had it more miserable and they go to games all the fucking time? I mean, a Vikings game when you're eliminated from playoff games for 4 weeks is rowdier than 90% of the NFL. It's very crazy when you got Max Rosmer playing.
Tampa is a good sports town. I'm not even going to waste my time with fucking Greg. He's such a hater. He just hates the Rays so much. It's really not bad.
Good? You think it's top 10?
No, I never said that.
It's just not bad, Greg. It's really not. It's not bad. I really think you'd get a different feeling if the Trop wasn't a shithole in St. Petersburg. I really think you'd feel differently.
That takes away a lot.
And Lightning's games are awesome. And
Lightning are good. Yeah, I would say Lightning are above average. Bucks are average. Rays are below average.
Lightning have one of the best attendances in hockey.
Yeah, I said above average.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to know the coincidence there? The stadium is downtown. So when you have a stadium that is in the city, it helps tremendously. So, but by the way, in all seriousness, St. Pete kind of rocks. Like St. Pete is cool.
St. Pete's a good vibe.
it is, but getting there to go to the game.
No, it sucks. It
Yeah,
sucks. And that's why
problem.
that's why the Rays have attendance issues. But anyway,
And someone said Milwaukee. I just went so I can give my opinion. It is a good sports city, and it was a really good time. I have to give a little pushback because Green Bay is so far from Milwaukee that I almost
it's weird because it's a city. It's outside of the city, so you would think it would suck because it's not in the actual city.
No, it definitely doesn't suck. Green Bay.
I'm making fun of DGen that you can't have support for a team that's outside of the city.
Never.
Wait. Say that again.
The Packers disprove your argument that a team has to be in the city to have good attendance and good support.
Terrible comparison. There's nothing to do in Green Bay. They literally live.
Green Bay is for football. Green Bay is
they live and breathe. That is what that's what they have.
What about Sunshine, Florida?
Sunshine, Florida does not live and breathe hockey.
Sunshine, Florida doesn't exist.
Sunrise, by the way.
Sunrise. That's close enough.
Greg, your fucking knowledge of South Florida sports is hilarious. Well, I guess Tampa's not South Florida, but you know what I mean. We're getting south. Florida has golf. They do have golf. Yep, agree with the point 100%. Its Cub fan ownership is solely operated to save their pennies the last 5 years. Dino, do the Marlins clear the Rays? DGen, does the Marlins clear the Rays? I get the location probably 10 times better, but the Marlins horrible for so long.
I don't think the Marlins do clear the Rays. Are we talking about attendance?
1,000,000%. I don't even know what that question means. Marlins Stadium actually rocks, though.
But they get good attendance?
No.
Miami, you want to talk about a horrible sports city?
Horrible.
Miami's tough. They just don't care.
Miami is a dog shit sports city. They couldn't get people in the seats for games when they had LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh and Ray Allen on the team. Miami is the fucking worst sports city.
Miami's just very hot cold. Like if you're not good, there's zero support. It's all a scene. It's all a vibe in Miami.
Yeah.
I will say, because I think DGen always likes to mention this, that no one does more with less. I believe the Marlins had a lower payroll and more wins than the Rays last year. I just always like to poke holes in his.
No, there's no poking a hole.
I'm going to do it.
No. There's no poking a hole. The Rays took chances on guys and they whiffed. It was definitely one of the worst performances by the Rays talent evaluators and front office. And the Marlins, I mean, Drew and I talked about it. We were envious of how cool those guys were on the Marlins. Like no name dude, Wagaman,
Wagaman, dude.
Oh, dude, they were awesome. It was like that felt like what the Rays typically are like. But the Marlins, you got to give them their credit. They did a phenomenal job. Shady Beef said the stadium's a shithole. I'm talking about the Marlins Stadium. It's new and it's awesome.
What about St. Louis? What's the Blues support?
They're not in getting counted for me because they only have two teams. I'm not doing cities I'm not doing Cincinnati either. If you have two, you have to have three major sports teams. I think
that's fine. No, I don't like. I don't think I'm not an Atlanta guy. For sports, I don't think it's
for their sports. No, for sporting events, yes.
But in Atlanta, you'll walk around and you'll maybe feel a little bit more local support than you would in a New York City, because again, it's Manhattan is just people have moved there from all over the world. Atlanta, it's not necessarily like that. So you have more like homegrown Atlanta people, and it feels local. Like the support for local teams is the presence is felt.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Houston. I have heard terrible things about Houston, and then I've met two people in my life from Houston, and they love Houston.
Yeah, I know a guy in Houston who loves it.
He loves it, right?
I have an opinion on Houston. My sister lived there.
And what's your opinion?
One of the worst cities in America.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thought. It's just sprawling. There's no character.
Nothing, and it's impossible to get around. It takes everything in Houston is 40 minutes from everything in Houston.
No offense, Steak, but it feels like a really big Orlando. It feels like
has
3 or
that
4.
Vibe. It really does have that vibe for sure. Orlando, to me, feels a little bit like Dallas and Houston, to be honest. Both similarities, but man, Houston.
Nashville, I don't really think that considered a sports city. Phoenix is a good one. I've never been to Phoenix. I kind of have a feeling Phoenix might rock.
I want to go so bad.
Yeah, I want to go. Denver, Denver's fine. Denver's fine. Not like my favorite.
Oh, Denver's good, man. Denver's good.
Detroit's great, by the way. I love Detroit, and it was absolutely buzzing during the NFL draft. I mean, there were Lions fans who drove in from all over the Midwest to be there and show up. So that was cool. All right.
Wait. Let's finish this off strong. Greg, top 5 sports cities after that discussion.
I think like the top 4 is pretty easy. Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say you got Boston, Chicago, Philly, top 3. I think Seattle gets a look.
Have you been to Seattle though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to a Mariners game.
I've been to Seattle.
And I would imagine Kraken are doing well, and the Seahawks always have that push. Honestly, on the spot, I might put Pittsburgh in there at 5.
I didn't spend enough time in Pittsburgh, but I wouldn't argue it. Pittsburgh seems like a pretty cool sports city, and I even tweeted that when I said, "What's the appeal for head coaches to go take the Steelers job outside of them being a good sports city?" Somebody commented,
"Soccer, you can't put MLS in there."
Who said that?
I don't know. Somebody said the Seattle Sounders.
Do you want me to
go? No. We all said Boston. Did you not say Boston, Greg?
Oh, I said Boston.
Yeah, everybody says Boston, of course.
Yeah, Boston, Chicago, New York are top 3. That I don't think there's any debate around that. Or Boston, Chicago, Philly. Excuse me.
Yes. I don't know anything about Baltimore.
3-2, Boston, Chicago, Philly, and then I'll go Cleveland and Minnesota with an honorable mention to Detroit.
Yeah, I would put Detroit 4. So
I could put Detroit above Pittsburgh.
I would go. I'm going to say I haven't been to Chicago in too long, which is it breaks my heart, honestly, because I love Chicago. I'll go Chicago, Boston, Philly. If I have to go 1, 2, 3. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
1, I would put Boston over Chicago, I think.
So you would put Boston number 1.
Yeah.
All right. I just love Chicago. So bias. Chicago, Boston, Philly, Detroit.
Does Indianapolis have anything besides?
I'll give Pittsburgh 5. Pittsburgh or Toronto.
I can't have an opinion on Pittsburgh. I go in April though.
Yeah, I'll try to go there with you. New York officially underrated at this point. Yeah, whatever. I'm not having that argument again. Why New York not top 5? I can't really explain it, man. But it just does not really compare. I can't explain it. I have explained it, but we're not doing it again. All right. I think it's time to talk some.
Yeah, Crutch nailed it. Long Island's a better sports area than New York City.
That is my whole argument. That is my argument.
Like I could argue Queens if you wanted to get specific.
Yeah, but no. Long Island is where the actual New York sports fans are. That is where they are. 1,000,000%. They're not really in the boroughs. That's what people don't understand. It's not anything that New York can help, but it's just not an elite sports city, in my opinion. Anyways, are we not including all 5 boroughs? Is it just Manhattan? You can fucking throw Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx in there. That ain't changing. Long Island is the sports area, the diehard fans for sure.
Yeah, there's just no like the fact that a lot of Jets fans are in Long Island, but the stadiums in New Jersey is tough.
It's so stupid.
Like it's just there's too many people, and it's not spread out by mileage, but it's spread out by people and culture.
All right, so Twitter's back up. I didn't want to
like the Islanders have a phenomenal following.
Yeah. Well,
like if you still had the Jets out there and you had the Islanders, and then you got the Mets who are right there in Queens, that's a strong sports city.
Let me show you. This was a really good. This is my beef with like teams and stuff like this. If you have a team in a city and you can't find space to build a stadium in that city, you're a joke to me. You're a joke. Same with the Niners in like Santa Clara. It's like an hour away or some bullshit. You're a fucking joke. New York.
When I say it, it's offensive.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
When I say the Rays can't find space for, or Tampa can't find space for the Rays, you find it offensive. But
it's not that Tampa can't find space. It's because they had a cheap fucking owner. But these teams that I'm referencing, like the Niners and the Jets, Giants, they built new stadiums and they decided to do it in New Jersey, which is a fucking joke. But hold on. I thought this
was the Rays looking to build their new stadium.
Well, whatever. Anyways, nothing I can do about that. NYC
not a thing they could do. There's no land in
but instead we re-upped in the Meadowlands. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Like how is that not the thing everywhere? The Pittsburgh stadiums are right down there. Steak, you didn't go to a Browns game, did you?
Yeah, I've been to a Browns game.
Is the stadium downtown?
Yeah.
like right in the city.
Mhm.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, the Bengal Stadium was right there, right by the ballpark. Like that's what American sports should be, in my opinion. All that shit is right there in the city, and it pains me that it's not.
I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Commanders' new stadium. Didn't read or look enough at it. I thought the renderings looked pretty cool. Oh yeah, the Patriots in Foxborough, right? I've never been to a Patriots game, but I want to go. Surprised no Kansas City support. What'd you think? You didn't like Kansas City, did you?
Does Kansas City have anything besides the Royals and the Chiefs?
Soccer.
They have soccer, so they don't count anyways. And no, I do not think and there's anything special about Kansas City whatsoever. Kansas City is a rough place, to be honest.
Yeah. You would hate the traffic in Foxborough. I fucking bet I would. All right. Can't wait for the new.
Yeah, dude, I will say, somebody just mentioned it. Philly, GGN, you would have been losing your. So I went to the Eagles game Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot all about that. How was your time?
It was great, dude. The logistics could not be better because they have all three parks or all three stadiums right there. It's just all right. Like I parked in the Phillies a lot, and it was fantastic. Drove right in, found a spot right away. Got there. It took 10, 15 minutes to get out because of traffic, but I mean, it logistically is amazing.
Yeah,
you have so much parking.
Man, I love going to Philly.
Yeah. I would. I think I told you guys. My wife's friend is married to a dude who works. He's a big fan too. I don't know if he watches the stream, but he loves the content and whatnot. But he works for the Phillies, and he was like, "Hey, if you guys are ever in Philly, let me know. We'll get you tickets to a Phillies game." I was like, "All right." So we went like spur of the moment to Philly. I was like, "Hey, let's hit them up." And the Marlins were in town, and this was like the first half of the year, I think. So the Marlins weren't that cool. And he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I need like a month notice." And I was like, "Really? A baseball game in like May with the Marlins?" And he was like, "Phillies games rock. Like, doesn't matter who they play, doesn't matter what day of the week. Phillies fans are in that stadium." And then when you think about logistics of it, it's like, oh, well, and the passionate fans, like that all makes sense. So kudos to the Phillies. And they have a really, really cool team. So it doesn't matter who their opponent is. You're there to fucking see the studs. Yeah, Phillies always sell out. He was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably should have told you. You need to give me some notice." I was like, "Fuck." Okay. Bank always filled out. No one give Philly praise like you guys. That's why this is the best show. Yeah, we like Philly. I would like to go to a Flyers game. Yeah, such an underrated ballpark, pal. All right.
Was that I was gonna say that token, that was probably one of those things with iPhone because he types ballpark pal on his phone so much, probably.
I was wondering, I was like, that's really weird.
That's hilarious.
All right, Boston fan Greg is spot on right now. Philly has the best setup. Yeah, nice take, Greg. And by the way, how was that game? I mean, were the Eagles fans just absolutely devastated, or were they more pissed off about
I think they all saw it coming. Like everybody just said, like this wasn't last year. I would say if people were pissed off, they were pissed off at AJ Brown.
Yeah, hard not to be with those drops.
Bad drop. Oh, Jalen Hurts was so bad too.
Yeah, all the glaze, but Philly fans.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand what's wrong with Jalen Hurts. Not necessarily from a throwing perspective because he had so many drop passes, but how do you get to be that much worse of a mobile quarterback from one year to the next?
Really bizarre, man. It's really bizarre. He won't scramble.
We are going to get started because it's 10:45. We have maybe a little over 15 minutes to talk about each game, which I think will be great. I just want to mention something as we get into this conversation. We need the chat's already buzzing. They've been buzzing. We've got subs going. We got 125 on Twitch. RedTube is up and moving. I think we're back on Twitter. Maybe not. Any and everything that you've got for these games, spit it out. All right, pause. Spit it out. Put it out there. Anything you're thinking, a player prop. We are not doing prop talk. We're going to likely do our pick it pregame show Saturday afternoon. I'm trying to set that up. So I'll let you guys know about that on Twitter and on the Discord or whatnot. But we're running out of football. Steak, you said it to me the other day. How many more games do we have left?
8
games, including the college football national championship.
5 of them are this weekend.
Right. It's 5 games this weekend out of 8. We got to lay it all on the line. Okay. Everything you're thinking, every read, thought, perspective, angle, trend, let it all out there. This is a collective group effort. But I'll tell you right now, going into this, you guys probably already know, Steak and I have talked. We're clashing a little bit. I got a bet in every game. I got a bet in every game. And
did you punch anything in yet?
Did not punch anything in yet. I'm no pro. I'm no sharp.
I punched one in.
No, you didn't, you dirty bitch. Don't tell us what it is yet. Let's get there. Let's get into the Broncos Bills. It's the first game of the weekend, Saturday. I'm going to set the stage a little bit. I do have to take a piss. I'm going to hand it off to you guys. I'll keep the volume blasting so I hear what you say because we are going to clash a little bit on this game. I'm very excited. The Buffalo Bills take on the Denver Broncos. Here are the Pickett splits. You know Pickett's one of our sponsors. Download Pickett. Use promo code. I believe the promo code's still DGen. We'll have to get that changed. You get a couple bucks back whenever you do. 1.394 million wagered on this game. Heavy on the Bills so far on the money line. Bets and money on the spread. Under on this game seems to be pretty sharp. The Broncos opened plus 1.5 point dogs and have now flipped to a favorite. I don't know if they're 1 or 1.5. Maybe I'll pull up Profit X, another sponsor. If you sign up for Profit X, use promo code STAKE for that one, 20% deposit match. The Broncos are now -1 on Profit X. If I go to Wager Talk and look kind of across the board at what the consensus is on this number, we've got the Broncos -1.5 pretty much everywhere. Circa, they are -1.5, -110. The total in this game was 47 down to 46 or 45.5 at DraftKings. So the Broncos have flipped dog to fave. Money's coming in on the under. I have heard that the conditions for this game are going to be beautiful, but there are some injuries to talk about. There are some guys out. I believe Shavers tore his ACL and actually played in the second half of the Jags game. Josh Allen is all sorts of beaten up that we've heard, but I've also been listening to VSiN all week. Apparently he's a tough dude, which is not surprising, but he doesn't talk about his injuries. Guys on the Bills say you'll never know how injured Josh Allen actually is. Not many receivers in this game for them. And the Broncos are the 1 seed. I think they're pretty much good to go. I think Surtain's in. I don't know that they're missing anyone on offense. I could be wrong. You guys can let me know. Shavers, Gabe, Ty Johnson, all out. Thank you very much. Is anyone on the Broncos? I haven't heard it peep. We will talk about that. My inclination in this game is that the Bills are public and square because at the end of the day, people like Josh Allen. I think the smart people are on the Broncos because there's a lot of football reasons that this makes sense. I've got a reason why I'm staying off, and I will be leaning towards the Bills. I'll talk about it, but I've set the stage enough. I'm going to go take a piss. Greg, why don't we start with you so I can be here for when Steak goes. Where's your head at in this game? Broncos -1.5, total 45.5, 46. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can say the same thing about the Bills last week, where it seemed like the real ball knowers were on the Jags, but everybody else just said, Josh Allen's not losing this game. And that's where Josh Allen went. And it's tough to not see the same thing happening. But I do think eventually Josh Allen's just going to take, and especially going against this nasty defense, he's just going to take too many hits and start to break. So if I do want to play the Broncos, I'd rather play the Broncos first half than game in this, because I do think they're able to scheme and come out and get a couple quick touchdowns, couple quick scores before the Josh Allen magic happens, and that's what I'd like to avoid in the fourth quarter, because it's tough to, just a guy that Josh Allen is too, regardless of what he can do on the field. He's just a guy you want to root for and a guy you want to see get it. So for me, I might even get cute and do like Broncos first half, Bills game, see what that looks like. But I that's where my head's at right now. I think the Broncos can come out and get a lead, but it's tough to not see some Josh Allen fourth quarter magic. And I just think he goes until the wheels fall off. Which, like, if he has to play the Broncos D and then the Texans D, like, the wheels are going to fall off.
Jags D, not slouches either.
That's what I mean. So, yeah, he's banged up. I think he can do it for another game, but I don't know if the Super Bowl runs there.
Yeah. So Crutch said something interesting. He said 7 games left. I think it's time to throw out sharp versus square, which I'm totally fine doing. So when I tell you that I like the Denver Broncos, before you think I'm trying to be contrarian or sharp, let me tell you that there's actually a bajillion football reasons why I like the Broncos. And I think the only reason to like the Buffalo Bills is Josh Allen. And I think that's a very good reason. I want to be clear. Like, if you're backing the Bills because you love Josh Allen and you think this is his year, I totally understand. Just like I didn't blame anyone for betting him last week. I thought the Jags were the better team going into the game. I backed that. They lost the turnover battle. They missed a field goal. Josh Allen still needed a drive with 4 minutes left to win that game, even with those things being true. And now I think it's even more the case. And one thing the Jags did that doesn't make sense to me, that I don't believe the Denver Broncos are going to do, is abandon the run. The Bills have an awful run defense. The Broncos will keep running the ball. The Jags should have kept running the ball. They were getting like 8 yards a carry. I think that's an actual stat. And for some reason, just wanted
6.7.
6.7. Okay. So yeah, I think the Denver Broncos are a much better team, and Josh Allen is by far and away the best quarterback left in the playoffs. So I'm taking the better team at home, and I think they're being disrespected. That's the other part I want to throw in there. Like, I get the Dolphins disrespect. I was on the Dolphins disrespect train after that Raiders game, but I think this defense is just like worldly good, one of the best defenses in the NFL that we've seen in a while. And I think if anybody can stop Josh Allen without receivers, I think it's this Denver Broncos team. And I think the Bills are going to have to figure out how to run this ball in this game, because I don't think he's going to just be able to. He lit up the Jags with dinking and dunking. I mean, he didn't miss 80% completion rate. Don't think he's going to be able to do that today. So yeah, I like the Broncos a lot.
You said Dolphins disrespect. Was that?
I meant Broncos. Sorry,
Broncos disrespect. Okay, the Broncos disrespect. Yeah. All right. So I agree with just about everything that you guys said. And I do. I think I'm going to be on the Bills in this game, and I want to point out that I'm going to be a man of my word above all else, because I've said the entire season I'm not a Sean Payton guy, and I've also acknowledged that I think I've got the wrong take, and I think I've made to look like a fool. I think Sean Payton is proving me wrong, that he is in fact a really good coach, because he's got the number 1 seed in Denver. But I have maintained this stance, and I've said it for weeks, and I've tweeted it. Sean Payton is going to have to win a playoff game, and then I will respect him. Because the Sean Payton that I really know, being a Bucs fan, when he was the coach of the Saints, is a guy who shits his pants in the playoffs. Now, you could tell me that he's changed. He's different. He's got a different team. He's got a better defense. I don't care what it is. You can tell me all these things, and you might be right, because I want to make it very, very clear. It is not me necessarily betting on the Bills. I'm fading Denver. That's what I'm doing. And I'm fading Sean Payton, and I'm also kind of fading Bo Nix. But most importantly, we're talking about a coach that shit down his leg and lost to Kirk Cousins at home. And now you've got this rest advantage. You've got home field advantage. I know there's an argument to be made that there's pressure on the Bills, because everybody has said Josh Allen, this has to be Josh Allen's year. No Lamar, no Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. It's got to be Josh Allen's year. But the Bills are also very clearly fighting an uphill battle. It's not an easy ride to the Super Bowl for the Bills. It's got to be as difficult as possible. You're on the road every game, and you're not playing easy teams. I think a lot of people would agree that Jags team was one of the best in the NFL. I think, Steak, you've been saying it. People were also talking about the Jags to potentially win the Super Bowl. I didn't necessarily disagree. They were really, really good. They unfortunately got 2 bad quarters of Trevor Lawrence. They've got some bad decisions by Liam Cohen, maybe the inexperience. I don't disagree with going for it. That was on Lawrence. But on coaching, why did they abandon the run? Baishal Tootin got 4 carries for 51 yards. Steak, I'm pretty sure we saw 3 of them as we were walking into the stadium.
Yeah, 3 right in a row.
This guy didn't get the ball anymore. What the fuck are we talking about? ETN, 10 carries for 67 yards. I mean, it's crazy. So
every run was almost successful. It's a blunder.
People talked about it, and it is not fugazi. It's not anything that I think is all of a sudden going to change in the playoffs, because the playoffs are a different season, and sometimes you can throw regular season shit out the window. The Bills' run defense is a problem. 23 carries, 154 yards, 6.7 yards per carry. But Trevor Lawrence had 2 interceptions, and most importantly, a bad decision diving for it too short on that 4th down that changed the game. But the Bills did what the Bills had to do. And that is what scares me about fading the Bills. They went 93 yards after that turnover on downs and scored a touchdown. And Steak, you're right. They're 28-35, 80% completion rate from Josh Allen, 1 touchdown, 0 interception, sacked once, 87 QBR on the road in Jacksonville is absolutely insane.
With the guys he was throwing to, it's a really good performance.
And you know what we're talking about here, and I understand it. He doesn't have Terrell Shavers. He doesn't have Gabe Davis. Who the fuck are those guys? Who the fuck is Josh Allen really missing if those are his guys? It's not like CJ Stroud is missing Nico Collins. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. I mean, dude, this team can pick up fucking Brandon Cooks. He has 3 catches for 58 yards. So here's where I'm at. I'm fading the Broncos. I want to make that super clear. I totally agree. If you're going to tell me DJ and the Bills are square, I don't disagree. But in this point in the season, postseason, I guess I should say, I'm throwing all of that out the window personally. And I have to stay true to my word because so far I made 2 football brain decisions that came through. I love the Packers when we talked early in the week and I saw they were favored in Buffalo. Loved them. I didn't bet them because I said, fuck Matt LaFleur. What did Matt LaFleur do? He coached to lose that game and he lost. The second thing I did was almost take the Jags, and I said, I don't know. I respect Josh Allen too much. Josh Allen was Superman. Number 3 on my list, very doubtful that I go 3-0, is Sean Payton has to show me. He's got to prove it to me. So I'm staying true to my word. I'm going to bet the Bills. I'm not nuking the Bills. I'm not hammering the Bills. I'm going to take 1 unit on the Buffalo Bills because I am fading Josh Allen. This could be any team. It could be Riley Leonard with the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not kidding. And I'd be taking him against Denver. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Talking about X's and O's in this game, again, because we aren't having a prop talk, the Broncos should run heavy against the Bills. So in doing so, you'd have to think RJ Harvey's going to have a big game.
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear from you was like, who's the guy that's going to show? If Baishal Tootin can do this, why can't the RB2 or anybody else on any other team that's playing the Bills do this? So that's who you like in this game?
Yeah, I do like him. I like RJ Harvey too. I'm squaring up with the fact that I think the Broncos will be running the shit out of the ball. I like Bo Nix rushing yards, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
If I went Harvey, I'd probably go receiving yards. I think he can have a couple big little screen plays.
If you can get a rushing and receiving on Harvey, I think you take it.
This is kind of how I feel, Slander, and I commented this on. I saw a clip from I think God, what's her fucking name? Kay Adams. You know what I'm talking about? She had somebody.
Yeah, I saw you retweet it. You're never going to beat the hating women in sports.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Why does DGen always hate a women's take on football?" Not true, first of all, but second of all, I don't think RJ Harvey is that guy personally, and I've been on RJ Harvey a few times late in the season. I like him. I just don't know that I like him in his first playoff game ever. So yeah, I like James Cook. I like James Cook a lot. You know what I like about this bill, or not? I'm sorry, not what I like, but you know what I think about this Bills team? I think it's kind of a zigzag in the sense of who shines one week, who shines the next. Josh Allen, I'm not saying he's going to have a bad game by any means, but he absolutely carried the Buffalo Bills. James Cook, 15 carries, 46 yards, only 3 targets, 2 catches for 5 yards. He couldn't really do much.
No,
and they're not going against any worse of a defense. You know, the Jags defense, somebody did say this towards
they are actually going against a worse rush defense. That should be mentioned. The Broncos rush defense actually isn't good.
Yeah. I very much like James Cook in this game. I think James Cook, I can't figure out what I'm going to do though. If I'm going to do rushing or rushing and receiving, because that could fuck me. Cause you know, that inflates the number. Mm-hmm. And what if he has 88 rushing yards and 5 receiving and I don't go over the number? So I'm really torn a little bit. Sounds like Steak thinks I should go rushing. Keon Coleman legacy game could be a really good look because got to throw the ball to somebody.
Got to be someone.
Greg, anybody you're thinking, but also we're not talking about Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. They're both fine for this game.
That's where I'd rather go.
Yeah.
On the receiving side.
I do think the Bills.
Who do you guys think? I'm actually kind of surprised at this. I'm looking at touchdowns. Who do you think has the best odds to score a touchdown in this game?
Well, if
RJ Harvey?
Yeah.
It is.
Kind of surprising he's over Cook.
A little bit, but also the Bills' rush defense is so bad that I think it sort of makes sense a little bit. And
it's a toss-up between Cook and Allen, because I'm assuming they're both right around the same odds, Greg.
Yeah, 110, 105.
And there's no, I'm assuming Bo Nix is plus 300 or whatever. Plus
310. That's actually what I'm looking at, 310.
That's what I like too. Also, DGen, before we move on, I think you cooked. I don't agree with everything you said, but I think you cooked there.
You did.
That should go without saying.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Play.
I also don't hate Brandon Cooks touchdown 5-1.
I don't hate it either. Look at the Bills' O-line size versus the Broncos' D-line size. Can you elaborate on that? Because I'm not too familiar with the size of the Broncos' D-line.
We watched live the Bills' offensive line, and all we could keep saying was that These are the biggest fucking dudes we've ever seen in real life in our entire life. They are fucking huge. Holy shit.
That's what I was assuming would be said. Those offensive linemen are absolutely fucking massive. Dawkins, Connor McGovern, I think might be another guy. Broncos are undersized. Yeah. So it would be funny. It would be funny if the narrative is the Broncos should just run it down the Bills. However, what if the game plan for the Bills would be they run it down the Broncos' throats, maintain possession, keep their defense off the field. Brandon Cooks is just a little guy, though. Down by the goal line, you're probably likely to get one of the tight ends. Sure, unless there's a little bit of a busted play in coverage or he gets behind somebody. I mean, he can do that. I think he did it against the Jags.
Oh, you need him to get like a 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
3-yard touchdown. Tim's right. Also, this conversation makes me like the under.
Oh, somebody did ask. Sorry, I think it was Knicks fan. By the way, good to see you in here, Knicks fan. I don't know if you're always in here, but you've been pretty active. I always think Knicks fan has some pretty good takes. Good contributor. That is a good question. What do you guys like? Because we should talk about the total. Snowman 10 stream streak. Sorry, real quick. DC Bets, third leg. Greg is back. He is back. He's usually here every Friday, but it's good to have him here as always. Yeah, what do you guys think about the total stake? You said you like the under?
Oh, yeah. Our conversation, got to like the under, right? Both teams trying to control the clock with the run, right?
Yeah.
Got to like the under.
It's sharp. It's moved 1.5 points according to the numbers. So I'm wondering though, 45.5, that feels like a number I'd probably still be okay playing. If I was trying to just be smart, I think I would still like that. Greg, any thought? What is that? Yeah, 24-21 gets you there. Any thoughts on the total?
Second half over.
Oh, that seems to be a play. I mean, I did that in the Jags game. It was low scoring first half. I took the live over.
I mean, you see what the Broncos can do in the fourth quarter. You know, if Josh Allen needs it, he's going to be able to put up some points. So I'm probably going to sit it out and see what it looks like at the half. Because, I mean, you're telling me you wouldn't be surprised if this was 10-7 at the half again, like Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And I think, and you had it. I actually punched it in right before I sat down in Philly when you were talking about second half over. I was like, oh yeah, like that's a spot here. So I want to see how this game shakes out in the beginning. I mean, you're seeing it. These defenses come out and they're so fired up that they're gassed by the fourth quarter.
Oh, look at this. I don't, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. We were pulling up the picket splits on the game, but I love these popular prop markets. There's always some sharp shit in here. RJ Harvey is the most bet prop right now to score a touchdown on the touchdown market. Sorry, specifically. Cortland Sutton, Bo Nix, Brandon Cooks, 5-1.
I had a feeling when Greg said that, I do think he'll be a court bitch by the time kickoff comes around.
Josh Allen anytime, James Cook anytime, RJ Harvey, Cortland Sutton. Oh, look at that. Denver with an alt spread. 10.5 is interesting. That's got to be some plus.
No, Josh, I don't see Josh Allen getting blown.
Nah, but that has to be some sharp shit. I'm sure somebody fucking put it in Discord or something like that.
What's that?
The Denver alt spread.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like minus 550. Okay. Are we good? Are we good on the Broncos?
Man, I think that was really good.
I think that was pretty good too. All right, 11:05 tempo and pace.
Yeah, Steak, I'm with you. I'm going to take Nick's touchdown.
Yeah, cool. Well, that'll be a Greg and Steak collab. Let me ask you this, Greg. Should we take every quarterback to score? Like, should we take? We should. Okay, now let me rephrase.
Maybe not Matt Stafford.
For example, in the first game, we'll parlay Allen and Nix. And then the second game, I don't know. I really don't think Darnold and Brock Purdy are scoring touchdowns, but we could talk about it. But, it could be a fun thing. I think Allen and Nix we have to do.
Yes.
I have to point something out real quick. Sorry to change the topic of conversation from touchdowns, but I figured I would go look here and see what James Cook rushing yards are. Am I seeing this correctly according to Pickett?
What?
This is the rushing market, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Most popular. Josh Allen, over 35.5. Bo Nix, 19.5. Rush attempts for Allen, 7.5. That makes sense because you got the tush pushes and the QB sneaks for the whatever. RJ Harvey, Bo Nix, Jaleel McLaughlin. Bo Nix, RJ Harvey.
What are you confused about?
Where the fuck is James?
Where's James Cook? Yeah.
Oh no,
look at this. Look at this. See the number of picks?
I thought he was at the top. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's way down there. Wow.
72.5.
Wow.
Oh.
I stand by it, man. James Cook gets not the love he deserves since he's literally one of the best running backs in the NFL. And I feel like people don't talk about him like that.
Oh, I love him, and I agree with you. That's why he was my offensive player of the year 2 years ago. Shout out for Phil Zutley, by the way. Never forget, he told me not to take him to lead the league in rushing touchdowns because Josh Allen's a vulture, and he led the league in rushing touchdowns. Phil's, never forget. Yeah, TD, sure. All right, this is crazy. And I'm not even trying to be a contrarian here. I'm just shocked nobody's talking about James Cook, and this is not why I'm talking about James Cook. I gave you my reason. This is the James Cook.
I very much support you on this.
I'm with you.
Yep. Georgia Bulldogs running the NFL. Yep. All right. Sharps notes, Ray Davis. Yeah.
Well, if I recall correctly, Ty Johnson went off in that playoff game last year against the Broncos. Maybe everyone's trying to get cute again.
You are right. We heard that a few times. Wow. 155 on Twitch.
Oh,
that's got to be some kind of record, baby. Let's go.
70 on RedTube. Holy Lord.
You know why? I bet you everybody's in here
Greg.
Because Twitter's down.
No, it's Greg.
It's Greg. Greg's got that third leg. Maybe he'll shake it for you if you guys stay and drop a few more sub bangs. All right, next game. Saturday, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. We have the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry, San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. I will show you the wager talk just because I like the openers here. Seattle 7 was 7.5. I think it's back to 7. We have some weird things going on in this game. Let's check Profit X. 7. Pretty firm number on the 7. Here are the splits. Bets and money are on Seattle on the money line, which would make sense. I don't think a lot of people think the Niners are going to win this game, but nevertheless, bets pretty even. More bets on the Niners spread, but more money on Seattle. That would indicate, in my opinion, Seattle tends to be the sharp side. A lot of bets and money on this under. I will just set the stage. I will not hog the microphone. The most important thing to note in this game is something that occurred last night. Greg, you need a corp call?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Something occurred last night, came out of nowhere, but Sam Darnold might have an oblique injury. I believe he suffered this in practice, and he was listed as questionable. Huge news. Drew Lock was reported as taking snaps with the first team, but it has also been mentioned that Sam Darnold is still likely to play. So there's not like huge panic, but maybe a gasp of what's going on here with Seattle. I don't necessarily know that needs to be the biggest news in the world. Now, I'm not shitting on Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold. I think we all kind of like Sam Darnold. I can't sit here and tell you I believed in. You don't like Sam Darnold? All right, we'll get to you.
Like's a strong word.
None of us were into the signing of Sam Darnold for Seattle, so I don't want to act like we fucking, are the biggest Sam Darnold guys. But him in meaningful football games concerns me. I think he's a liability. But the Seattle Seahawks are built probably better than any other team not any other, but they've got a good running game. They've got an incredible defense, a defensive-minded head coach, and a pretty sharp-dude offensive coordinator in Clint Kubiak, who I believe is getting some requests for interviews for a few jobs. They are the 1 seed in the NFC. They are playing the 49ers, who now will be their third matchup. I would assume everybody remembers what happened at the end of the season. These teams played for the 1 seed. Seattle won the game. I believe it was 13-3.
It was. And
that was a game where Brock Purdy and the San Francisco Niners came crashing down to earth. But the Niners did get week 1 in Seattle. I believe they won that game 17-13. Darnold was jerking off with his left hand and got hurt. Shake my head. Very funny. Okay, Sam Darnold's a puss. A lot of people in the chat calling Sam Darnold a pussy. He might be scared. Maybe he's faking injury. I'm just kidding. Niners are going into this game as big underdogs. Biggest underdogs of the season, of this round. I heard a stat on Sharper Square. Kyle Shanahan in the wild card and divisional round as an underdog, 6-1 ATS. And I believe as an underdog of a touchdown or more, he is 3-0 straight up. I love the Niners as an underdog here, but there is definitely reason to be concerned. George Kittle out for this game. Trent Williams banged up. Believe he's on. He's still playing through it, though. You got CMC. You got Brock Purdy. You got Jake Tonjes. I don't even know if Pearsall's playing. Fred Warner's running around, but he is not playing in this game, so don't believe that if anybody's telling you that. Injury to have new excuse instead of seeing ghosts. Hilarious cornfields. I don't entirely think that is totally made up. I thought that the Niners would not be that trendy of a dog. Apparently, they are a trendy dog. We saw a tweet earlier that they're the most bet spread of this round. You're getting all those points. I can believe it. But I don't think anybody believes the Niners are winning this game. Steak, we'll start with you on this one.
Plenty of people believe the Niners are winning this game.
You think plenty of people think the Niners are going to win this game?
100%. And when you normally look at a money line for a 7-point favorite on Pickett, it usually has a lot more color than the Seahawks do. There's plenty of people betting the Niners. I'm fine with you betting the Niners. I just don't want you to convince yourself that there's not a bunch of people doing it. There's a bunch of people doing it. Brock Purdy is 6-2 in the playoffs. It's Kyle Shanahan, who's been to multiple Super Bowls. And then you got the Seattle Seahawks with Sam Darnold, who we know what Sam Darnold's reputation is. And I'm not trying to be cute by betting Sam Darnold here. I actually just think it's absolutely the right move. Sam Darnold doesn't have to do that much. And we saw it. When everything's going great, the offensive line's doing their jobs. Everyone's doing their jobs. Sam Darnold is great. And the Detroit Lions figured it out. They said, we're going to blitz this motherfucker on every play. And they did. And he was rattled. And then the Rams literally copied the same exact defensive game plan in the playoffs. Seattle has everything it needs to dominate this game. And the Niners do not have enough on defense without Fred Warner, Bosa, and some other guys to disrupt Sam Darnold like they need to do for him to be bad. And I'm not saying I think he's going to be a superstar. I just think he's going to be good. And I think Charbonnet will be good. And I think Kenneth Walker will be good. I think they'll combine for 130 yards. And I think JSN will be good. And I just don't – you saw it. Like, it was 13-3, but I watched the game. The Seahawks were so much better. So much better. And that's another game everyone said Sam Darnold wasn't going to be able to get it done. It was the same exact thing as the Detroit game. This same exact thing. It was win this game and you get a first-round bye, and your first playoff game is at home. The same exact thing. And the Seahawks, which a team I've done a complete 180 on, you just have they're just really good, and they're really good defensively. They gave up 3 points to Brock Purdy after he was lighting the world on fire against the Colts and the Bears. And I see nothing to believe without George Kittle, Brock Purdy's going to be able to put up points on the Seahawks defense. I absolutely love the Seahawks. I think it's belt. I think Seahawks belt.
Do you think, before we go to Greg, do you think that you think it's belt because of the number as well? Like the odds makers are respecting the Seahawks with 7, or do you think that that's the right number?
I think that's the right number. And that's what I think is throwing people off, is because saying Sam Darnold -7 in a playoff game feels crazy until you realize how much better the Seahawks are than the 49ers currently.
When the Seahawks played the Niners, they were 1-point favorites in San Francisco?
It sounds right. It was very close to that. That Seahawks game when Niners lost was a look-ahead game. That Seahawks game when Niners lost was a look-ahead game. I have no idea what that means.
I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a looking ahead game when it's for a bye.
No.
Yeah, they were looking ahead to the wild card because they knew they were going to lose to Seattle.
Don't agree with that. Greg, go ahead. What do you like, Niners or Seahawks?
This was the first bet I bunched in, and DJ, and I'm on your side. Maybe it is a little public, but I took the Niners. I wanted that hook at 7.5, and I thought it was going to go away, which it did. So I'm glad I get that extra little bit to play with. I mean, Steak, you're absolutely right. This is a massive spread, but the Seahawks are definitely better on the road than they are at home, which I think takes away from it a little bit, even though you wouldn't expect
Greg.
And I just think this is a game where Shanahan can get in his bag and figure it out, especially after looking so abysmal last game. Granted, they did get blown out, but CMC had that drop pass that turned into a pick at like the 5-yard line. There are little things like that went against them. And I don't know, man, something about watching this Niners team, it just seems like Shanahan's going to be able to scheme it up. And that's so I took the Niners 7.5. I didn't take a money line, but I couldn't resist taking them to win the NFC at 10-1, because the way it could shake out is they get divisional games. So they would get Rams and the Rams and the Seahawks. And I just think Shanahan's got the coaching edge in either of those. So to make them, I know all the injuries, I know all that. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl, but just the path for them to get there in Shanahan against divisional matchups. I mean, they beat the Rams this year with Mac Jones. I can see a path to it, and at 10-1, I couldn't resist to put a little bit on them.
Yeah. Don't blame you. I'm not on your side, but I don't blame you.
All right, I'm going to give you my take in this game. But first, I wanted to reference a comment that I thought was pretty good until the last sentence. YPop in 10. By the way, we got 77 in YouTube. You guys are thick today. We love it. Appreciate the support. Make sure you like the show and subscribe. Bad taste in their mouth from 2 weeks ago. Fred back at practice has increased the intensity and focus to win for him to come back and playing for Kittle. I'll take the more motivated team. I do not think that the Niners are necessarily a more motivated team, but I do think there's something. You want to know what I think they are? I think they're not scared. I do not think they're scared.
I don't think they're scared either, to be clear. I just don't think they're anywhere near as good.
I think the Niners were potentially a little scared in that last meeting that we just saw them play. And something that I pointed out that nobody was pointed out while everyone was quick to, shit on the Patriots for not beating anybody worth a shit. Going into that Niners game, and one of the reasons I liked your bet on the Seahawks was the Niners were putting up 40-plus points, 5 touchdown passes from Purdy against dog shit defenses. They're playing the Cardinals, the fucking Colts, etc. We talked about that. The Titans finally played a real good defense the first time in about 5 or 6 weeks. They came crashing to earth. But I think getting that type of opponent and having that loss and that bad performance is exactly what they needed. And we just saw that in Philadelphia. Greg, you were boots on ground in that game. And I hate to do this to you. I hate to do this to either of you. I love tailing our bets. We make a commitment to do that in the newsletter. But I had to go against you because
and when Lane Johnson got ruled out, I didn't put for my best bet. I'll do 2 units. I did a unit because I was thinking I'd put more on it, and even with that, it was just I don't know, man. You didn't have the warm and fuzzies going into it. The fact that Trent Williams suited up and Lane Johnson didn't, that's a massive shift.
100%. 100%.
When we put those bets in on Friday, when we talk about it Thursday night, it was the exact opposite. It sounded like Trent Williams wasn't going to make it, and Lane Johnson was. So,
I think I have to stick. This is basically this is my whole theme for this round of the playoffs is sticking to my guns and sticking to my reads, because Steak knows better than anybody. I'll say things or think things, and then I'm a bitch and I won't do it, and I'll be like, God damn it, I wish I did this. It's got to be the most annoying thing in the world as a friend on the receiving end of that. So I'm going to stop doing that. I think that this Niners team, I don't care what the spread is. I don't care what Betting Queen is on. I don't care what fucking Trent is on. I will acknowledge that with 7, now I've come around to it after a couple of days. You could make a case, and I would believe that they are the public side, just as I would with the Bills. But
what was the spread, the closing spread in Philadelphia?
It got up to 5.5. I got it at 5.
Okay.
It was 3.5. Greg got it at 3.5. It got up to 5.5. I think it came back to 5 or 4.5, if I had to guess. But I had to take a shot on the Niners just not going down without a swing, dude. It is so hard. The NFL season is so long. It is so hard to get to the playoffs. And when you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. And I still think, I know they just signed Purdy and you're going to disagree, but like that window just feels like it's on the way down, not on the way up. That's how I feel about it.
Nobody's arguing that. Everybody thought that window was closed going into this year.
You are wrong. We said this.
I don't think anybody liked the Niners to win the Super Bowl.
No. Let me just remind you. 2 years ago, everybody said the Niners would take a step back, and they were right. This year, people like the Niners because, remember, they had the easiest schedule in the NFL. That is why
people like the Niners, but they didn't like them to win the Super Bowl.
They had a 10.5. They had a 10.5 win total.
No, I understand that, but I don't think anybody had this 49ers as a Super Bowl team. I don't think you know one person that told you at the beginning of the year.
But I didn't say that. I didn't say they did.
But if not one person thinks you can win the Super Bowl, then I think that's safe to say what I said is true. People already kind of saw their window as closed.
I guess.
That's where I would fall. I saw their windows closed.
Even though, okay, but people would push back that your window's not closed when you just sign a young quarterback to a 6-year contract. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's an
argument when the window starts to close, because now you're paying the quarterback so much money, you don't have money to get everybody else. Your window's open when you have that quarterback on the rookie deal.
Yeah, I think Adams got picks is right. I think most people would say that the window is slightly ajar.
No, the window's slightly ajar now. I was just going off what people felt like at the beginning of the season. I didn't know anyone who was saying that 49ers could win the Super Bowl. I didn't see one.
Yeah, I'm with token picks.
What is that? What do you say? Window closed because he's not making pennies?
Yeah.
They had to put up a lot of money for Purdy, so that takes away from everything else.
Sure. I just think in the broader scope of things, when an NFL team signs their quarterback to a big contract, you don't think of that as like, all right, our time to win the Super Bowl is done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
That wouldn't happen for the Commanders. That wouldn't happen for the Bears. And they still have weapons. They still have a great coach in Kyle Shanahan. So, but I agree with Steak. I'm not saying people thought the Niners were going to win the Super Bowl. People were loving the Niners this year. They've been right on the Niners 2 years in a row. Faded them 2 years, bet them on them this year. They did both. Kyle Shanahan has a very, very good argument to be coach of the year. I understand that doesn't matter in the playoffs, but what he just did in Philadelphia was unbelievable. But here's what I think. I think after you win that game and after you have that performance and after Robert Saleh did what he did, I think you go into any game not scared of your opponent. And that atmosphere was not easy to play in. The temperature wasn't easy to play in. Philly is a place you leave and you feel like you could fuck up anybody. I think that was the worst case scenario that the Seattle Seahawks that could have happened for the Seattle Seahawks. I think they probably wish they would have played any other team, even though they probably would have been less than a 7-point favorite. And here's why. You're shaking your head. That's fine. Somebody said it, and I totally agree. I think this round of seeing each other again for the first time benefits Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh more than it benefits Mike Macdonald and Clint Kubiak. That's where I'm out.
I think Mike Macdonald might think in his head, damn, I really wish I didn't have to go up against Kyle Shanahan in this coaching matchup because he's very clearly one of the best coaches in the NFL. But I'm telling you, man, the Seahawks players know that they're healthier and much better than the San Francisco 49ers. They know that.
100%.
It was so evident in that game that they were just much better and they're even more healthy. And the Niners are even less healthy than they were 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, I actually think the fucking Seattle Seahawks are licking their chops.
Oof. I think that's tough to be licking your chops against the Niners. But
you're gonna see.
We are gonna see. I'm gonna be on the Niners with the points. I will probably I want it with the 7 at minimum. Obviously, I do not want 6.5. That'd be terrible. So I guess I'd have to put that in there. Here's another great point. And I think these are things that I'm starting to think about more and more as I get a little bit older. How much do you trust Macdonald first playoff game in Darnold's history? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Liam Cohen just coached his first playoff game as a head coach. That stuff matters. That stuff really matters. Look at Ben Johnson, first time as a head coach. He was terrible in the first half.
I think Sam Darnold simply has to not turn the ball over.
Okay, but here's my other point, Steak. Here's my other point. And then I think I'm done with this game. You're saying Sam Darnold does not have to do much for the Seattle Seahawks to win this game. And we just saw that happen the last time these teams played. 100% agree. But here's also what you needed to happen. You needed Brock Purdy to have a 22.8 QBR, going 19 of 27, 127 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey, 8 carries, 23 yards. You think that can happen again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know why it happened? Because the Seahawks have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they lit up the Bears and the Colts. I absolutely think that can happen again. Yes, absolutely.
What do you guys think of the total?
40, is it 46 moving down? Hold on one second.
I got 44.5.
Sorry, 45.5 open, 44.5 down. It is 45 at Circa. So it's only moved half a point at Circa. It's staying there, which is kind of interesting. That this game after 13-3 and 17-13 the first time they met wouldn't be a little bit lower scoring, especially with no George Kittle.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Oh, this is a good point. Don't forget when Purdy played the Ravens a few years back with Macdonald as DC through 5 picks. The Seattle Seahawks defense is incredible. I just want to make sure everybody knows that I totally agree with that. I'm not discrediting the Seahawks defense. I think it's awesome. I love their players. I love how they drafted. I also love, sneakily, we talk about this. I want to make sure I talk about this. The least sexiest thing a team can do in the draft in the first round is draft an offensive lineman. Nobody really gets that excited about it. This Gray Zabel guy has been awesome.
Yep. Especially when they're guards. That always throws people off.
Yep. So great job on him. I think it could be Kenneth Walker. I always feel like is the Niners killer. Well, Charbonnet played really well too, and he got the touchdown last time they played. But Kenneth Walker had 16 carries, 97 yards, and he had 4 catches for 36 yards. That's where I'm at. Okay. Total Steak, real quick. What do you like? Under or over?
Over.
Greg? Yeah, that feels like the contrarian play in this game.
The over feels contrarian. I think that's what I'd want to take. The other thing I'm looking at right now, I mean, Brock Purdy throw picks -175, which I think is crazy.
He's throwing 2 of them bitches.
You think? And then Darnold to throw picks minus 120. I actually like Darnold to throw one and not Purdy, but you can't parlay those.
First game total was 30. Second game was 16.
I didn't realize Trent Williams was out that game.
Huge deal. Was a huge deal. All Pro Tennessee All Pro DT says Zabel reminds him of Quentin Nelson. Sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. That's it for Saturday. Anybody need a piss break? Are we good? Steak?
No.
Do you need a piss break?
I'll take a piss break. Do you want one?
I don't need one, but I will take one with you.
Are you just trying
Let's
to
just keep going? Let's just keep going.
Are you just trying to impress Greg?
No, I'm not trying to impress Greg. I'll stay here and talk
It's the
football.
playoffs. Pee your pants.
CMC, very funny. Reception's worth a look. He's gone over this line both games against Seattle. RBs have gone over the line 72% last 10. Yeah, McCaffrey did not score a TD. Oh, we got to get a nasty steak.
I made Wild Jabroni more confident in the Niners. I'm excited to revisit that Monday, pal.
Ooh, see, I don't agree with that. I even though I'm against Steak in the first two games, everything he's saying makes sense. Like there's more logic to bet the rested 1 seed team that have home field and less injuries, in my opinion. I just think Sam Darnold is a big liability and concern, and I'll take Shanahan with the points.
Couldn't have been more right in the Week 18 game either. Let's not forget that.
You absolutely could not have been more right. And you know what I love about that read by you? That was a Monday read. Like you had that early and you never wavered. The Seattle Seahawks. You are saying the same thing's going to happen.
No, I'm actually not saying the same thing's going to happen. I'm saying the Seahawks will put up maybe 3 times as many points as they put up.
Oh, okay. So Sam Darnold will play better, but the defense.
You got lucky to lose 13-3. You got lucky to lose 13-3. You probably should have lost 26-3, for being honest.
26-10.
Sure.
I mean, the Seahawks had 23 first downs. The Niners had 9. They got
dominated.
173 total yards. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Okay, let's go to the next game. Jasper with
a Week 18 game, Jabroni. That game was for the 1 seed. You're trying to pitch it like the Niners didn't care. They were looking ahead to going to play in Philadelphia. Stop. That's nonsense. That was a playoff game. It was a huge game. It was for the 1 seed. Absolute nonsense out of you.
Oh, Rich A is a good look. Seahawks team total over.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. The Niners defense roster-wise is susceptible to have some points scored on them. The Eagles offense is awful.
I'm sorry, I got to go in on Wild Jabroni. Imagine thinking Kyle Shanahan held something back in a game where they could get the 1 seed in a first round bye in the playoffs. Imagine actually believing that. That's one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Trent Williams news is very valuable.
Awful take. Such an awful take that a coach would hold something back with a 1 seed on the line. That is so
the division, the 1 seed. Yeah.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't let that slip.
Yeah. Jabroni, I want to say this though. I like a bold take, as we know. And if you believe
you gotta call it when the take sucks. That take sucks.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I'm not with the take. I just want to make sure everybody knows I condone people to share their bold takes because it's fun conversation. And I'm sure it's kind of almost conspiracy theorist-ish, but it's like that would be the ultimate chess move if Shanahan was like, hey, you know what? We're going to lose this game in San Francisco. Fuck it. We'll go on the road and play Philly and beat them. But then we're going to open it up when we see Seattle again. Like, cannot imagine a world that actually happened. That's not bold. That's incompetent. Fair. I think Shanahan will learn from that game, but he wasn't holding back, especially when his team more than any needed to buy. Yeah.
I think the Shanahan angle that you could say is at this point, he's got nothing to lose and he's going to dig deep in that bag for a couple like that wheel route touchdown to McCaffrey. Like he's going to dig deep for some of that type stuff.
Sure. Absolutely.
No, man, I'm on the Hoosiers, baby. I took him to win the
by DGen was good.
What's that?
Snowman asked what my take on the Natty was, and I'm on the Hoosiers.
Oh, and then what did Steak say?
You saying they were playing with house money is kind of a good take. Like Kyle Shanahan, everyone's saying this is his best coaching job. They just won a playoff game in Philadelphia that I don't think a lot of people thought they could win. Like I like that take more. I do think Kyle Shanahan has the least amount to lose that he's had in the playoff run. For sure.
Yeah,
100%. And it would be something if this was the year he
all the pressure's on Darnold, right? Like it's home game. You You got the advantage. You got a great defense.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I agree with that take. I agree with that take.
I know there's pressure, and I even said this about the Bills. I know there's pressure on Josh Allen to make it to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. I fully understand that. But any team that has the bye and the home field advantage, if you're Sean Payton and Sam Darnold, you have pressure and you feel it. My POV for the weekend is the over in this game.
Yeah.
W. Jabroni for standing on business. Sure. Yeah, see you Monday, bitches. All right, let's go to Sunday. Sunday, 3:00. Nobody needs a piss break, so I'll set the stage. You guys can start talking, and then I'll go pee and come back. All right. Houston Texans on the road against the New England Patriots. I still don't think anybody. Oh, that's what we got to start doing. Greg, you weren't here yesterday. When we have good takes, I'm going to start clipping it and posting it, and we're going to have a new thing called Glaze Are Us. All right. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to start, since we're the fake sharps now, fuck that degenerate shit. We're going to start being a little bit greedy. And we're going to say, if this post doesn't get 100 likes, we're not streaming tomorrow. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. But I just wanted to see your reaction. Do you remember when you hit your parlay and I recorded our conversation? I said, you're going to go VIP.
You're going to do one of these every week? Yeah, I didn't hit another one. I mean, how many 201 parlays do you know?
I was going to say, it turns out 201 parlays are hard.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots open, according to Wager Talk, you can use any other resource you want, 2.5, and they are bet up to 3. The 3 is minus 120 now at Circa. They're not budging and giving you the hook with the Houston Texans. Total on this one also moving down, 41.5 down to 40.5. Let's see, there are some very important things to note in this game, mostly being that Nico Collins is officially out. Like, I don't even think it's a question mark.
Which Christian Gonzalez?
Playing. I think playing.
Okay. Christian Gonzalez. And I think there's one more guy that we should talk about that is a questionable. He's an impactful player. Is it Trent Brown, offensive lineman for the Texans, I think is on the injury report. He's obviously a very important piece. But outside of that, I think everybody else should be good to go. Stroud's fine. Woody Marks is going to play. Pat's by a million. Yeah. Ellis, I don't know. Who's the current MVP for the NFL? I don't know. Great question. Here are the Pickett splits. We've run into a little bit of a color conflict. Not even $1 million on this game early. Your bets and money are going to be on the Patriots money line, which makes sense. 65% of the money, 65% of the bets, 79% of the money. I swear they changed this. Bets are pretty even, more money on the Patriots spread. That's probably why it moved from 2.5 to 3. And it's probably correlated with the injury news to Nico Collins. I would say it's very fair to tell me that he's worth 0.5 point to the spread. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. And after that, the drop off for weapons on the Houston Texans offense is quite significant. Christian Kirk just went off in Pittsburgh. I think he had 140 receiving yards. Woody Marks had a hell of a game. I got my thoughts in this one, but we'll come back around to me. Patriots at home. Greg, let's start with you. What do you like, the Houston Texans or the English Patriots? I'll be right back. And
this is probably the toughest one of the weekend for me, and I think I might lean on you guys,
Greg.
But it might be the Patriots.
Listen.
What?
When he gets back, let's say we have to go pee. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, the second he gets back, we both turn off our cameras and say we have to go pee. Okay.
Got it. But anyway, I've heard some of you guys talk about it. It's this Patriots team feels like they get a little bit of magic, and I know this Texans defense is nasty. I do like the under here, but I think it's a Pats and under type play.
I know it's square. I think it's square. I think it's weird that the line didn't move to 3.5 with Nico Collins out. I know what I'm going to say is square. I am betting Drake May. I said that against the Chargers, and everyone said, we're taking the Chargers because Drake May hasn't played anyone. And then they beat the Chargers pretty well, but only put up 19 points. And now everyone's saying Drake May hasn't played anyone again. Justin Herbert in the playoffs doesn't count. He still hasn't played anyone. And I guarantee you if they beat the Texans, they're going to say CJ Stroud sucks.
CJ Stroud sucks, yeah.
CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert. There's no way he could beat Josh Allen or this Broncos. But I think Drake May is special. I think he's magical. And I think the difference, sorry to rub it in, but I think the difference between facing 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers and Drake May is going to just fucking the Houston defense.
I mean, they said it multiple times in that game. Like, if Rodgers wasn't 42, he can break off there and get a run. Like, there were opportunities for the Steelers to make those plays, but Rodgers is just too old and not mobile enough to do it. But I'm going to take a piss real quick.
Yeah.
Go pee. Yeah, go pee, guys. Go pee, guys. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, like I can't fucking hear what's going on. Very funny. Yeah, go pee. Go pee. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know you need to pee. Go pee. Go pee. You don't want to pee now?
No,
Now you don't want to pee?
Yeah.
You idiot. I told you I was going to turn the volume up so I didn't miss
You
anything.
can hear that?
Yeah, bro. Why would I say?
I kind of thought your hearing might be bad.
No, my hearing is I hear everything. I hear everything. I can hear what you're thinking. I can hear what you're thinking. Yep. My peripherals are good. My hearing's good. My vision's not great. That's why I got these glasses. Yep. Everybody go pee. Nothing wrong with peeing. I'm drinking water. I drink tea. I drink coffee. Why? What did I just stop? What did I just stop? You guys
we both had takes. We were excited to hear your take.
I'm excited to tell you my take. Ultimately, I heard Greg. Greg sounds like he's toeing the water on the Patriots.
This is the toughest one for me. I'm definitely toeing the water. But if you guys are in on the hats, let's do it.
Real quick, Just Gritty with a sub bang 2 months. Newer subscriber. What's up, Just Gritty? Thanks for the sub. He says, "Go Pats." Steak, you say this is one of the toughest games for you as well?
I think this is a really hard game to cap. I definitely think the sharp side is probably the Texans, and I think I like the Patriots.
Foxborough weather Sunday, 38 degrees, 25% chance of snow, 7-mile-an-hour wind. Wow, not much wind. Not much wind.
Okay with that weather for both teams.
Man, I do love this Texans team, though, man. I really do.
I love this defense. Stroud's starting to piss me off. The defense is awesome.
I don't know how you can say you love this Texans team. I love their defense as well. I like DeMeco Ryans. Stroud pisses me off, and he annoyed the fuck out of me with how he ran off that field. It was like, bye, y'all mad. Motherfucker, you fumbled the ball like 5 times like it was your first time playing quarterback. That game was about one thing and one thing only. Greg, you ready to hear this? I want you to pull the dick out of your ears. Pittsburgh Steelers have just got to be banned from making the playoffs. They have to be banned from making the playoffs. And this time
they're banned. They're not making the playoffs next year. I'll tell you that.
This time it's going to be different because you got a fucking 40-year-old quarterback. Give me a break with the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, compared to Kenny Pickett, yeah.
Whatever. Listen, I'm so glad we don't have to watch Pittsburgh Steelers football anymore. I am so fucking glad. Kenneth Gainwell was awesome. But I'm sorry. I know I got some shit from Steelers fans that were like, what do you mean? Keanu Benton and Joey Porter Jr. and Herbig have been great draft picks. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, those are nice players moving forward, but they're not like world beaters. I'm sorry, they're just not.
I mean, the problem is the Steelers' first pick's always like 20 something.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
No,
but
that
listen,
is part of the problem for sure.
Steelers defense did not necessarily lose that game for them. They did.
You guys know the Steelers. This is always a funny trivia question. I'm pretty sure I've done it before, but it's easy to forget. The Steelers' last top 5 draft pick.
No, it is funny. Oh, God. Who is it?
What year was it?
It was Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, my God. My only other guess would have been Jerome Bettis.
Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy. That's correct. Good nugget.
You always forget because you always think like, oh, it's been a while, maybe like 90s, early 2000s.
I was going to have the worst guess ever, I think.
Who were we going to say? Hines Ward?
I literally was going to say what you said, Jerome Bettis. I almost said Santonio Holmes, which I don't even think the Steelers drafted him. That's a horrible guess.
No, I think they traded up for him.
For Santonio Holmes?
I think so.
Did he go to the Jets after the Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not the worst guess.
Yeah. Jets after Steelers. Yeah.
Antonio Holmes was nice.
Yeah.
Did he go to Miami?
Makes sense. That sounds right.
Oh, now all of a sudden you don't know where fucking players went? Hot shot.
I thought he was Ohio State.
Yeah, it is Ohio State. Good job, Greg.
They traded up to 10 for Devin Bush. I'll just be real with you. I thought Devin Bush was going to be a good player, but here's the problem. I don't know if Pranav is in here. You can't draft Michigan players. You just can't. Anyways, shout out Jabril Peppers too. I thought he was going to be a G. I'm so glad we don't have to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers play football anymore. But here's the problem. This is the problem for the Houston Texans. The problem is that defense is not going to see Aaron Rodgers and fucking Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington and Jalen Warren. They're not. And they're not going to see the most important guy. You know who I'm going to tell you? Who is the Houston Texans defense not seeing this week? Guess.
Who's the Houston Texans?
I'm very confused.
Somebody they saw last week that they're not seeing this week. Basically as a reason of like why the Pittsburgh Steelers offense is so pathetic.
Aaron Rodgers?
No, they're not seeing Arthur Smith.
Oh, God. Okay.
Arthur Smith. Oh, my
It's
God.
wild to me that he's getting some buzz to be a head coach.
Oh,
I
good
get
job.
Tennessee liked him because he was OC there, but that's wild.
The Houston Texans are not seeing Arthur Smith. Josh McDaniels has been in his fucking bag. And I know they struggled against the Chargers defense, but you know what? This is perfect timing, Drake May. You said it for Bryce Young. Invaluable playoff experience for him. Well, you know what? Great playoff experience for Drake May, too. I think he got his poopy pants game out of his system. I'm not saying he's going to go out there and light the world on fire. Absolutely not. This Texans defense has gotten my attention and my respect since fucking week 3 against the Bucs. They are awesome. And I keep tweeting it. I think they're the hardest hitting defense I've maybe ever seen in my life. And people keep saying, oh, what about the Ravens? And oh, what about this? And what about that? Sure. Maybe I'm being prisoner of the moment, but God damn, I love watching them play football. They are awesome. And DeMeco Ryans is just an easy guy to root for. Great coach. Great coach. And yeah, I like the Houston Texans defense. There are things to like about the Houston Texans offense. Like I like Woody Marks. I think he was 4th or 5th round from USC. Fun player. Nick Chubb isn't a bad number 2 option, especially in games like this when you're playing in up north in the cold and shit like that. He's a bruiser, you know? Christian Kirk overpaid like a motherfucker. We talked about it, made a clip about it, and people were like, I don't know. I think he's worth it. No, he's not. But great game by him. That ain't happening again. It's just not happening again.
How incredible was the clip of Stephen A. calling him Charlie Kirk?
Pretty incredible.
Goodness.
But like I can't listen. I misspeak all the time. If your job is just sit up there and talk about sports, you're gonna say some dumb shit every now and then. But it would.
You are, but I really think there's some truth to the fact that Stephen A. Smith does not know ball.
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And isn't he like kind of dipping his toe in politics? I mean, we're not going to talk too much about this.
Like, I think he was like he's a long shot for president.
That might have been on purpose.
That clip of him playing solitaire during the NBA Finals is absolutely crazy. Like that is a crazy thing to do.
And then he pushed a sketchy solitaire app.
I know because he's
Mina Kimes commented.
Yeah.
Where were her minions then, huh? Anyways, suck it, Will, with the Subbank. 29 months. Appreciate you. Suck it always. I just made a very large wager on the Patriots, 5 units. We had some drinks. We had some fun. It was my best bet. They came through. I can't tell you that I want to go and do it again. I just can't. This is a very tough game. You guys are right. This is a very tough game.
I think it's absolutely the toughest one of the weekend.
I am going to take the Patriots, just letting you guys know. Not a lot of reasoning behind it, except that I love Drake May.
I don't know that the Texans are so obvious XTC. It's because of Nico Collins being out. That will deter people. And I think that's probably why money is going to hit the Patriots. The market is so reactive to injury news. Fucking Cornfields loves running and getting a Will Shipley touchdown bet as soon as our RB1 is down or something like that, So people are gonna bet the Patriots. Money's gonna hit the Patriots. I don't think that the Texans are obvious, but I respect the Texans enough not to fade the absolute fuck out of them. I really do. So I like the Patriots here. I got no read on the total. Contrarian over or no?
No,
under. Dead under.
Square under.
The Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson are fun to watch. They are not going after Aaron Rodgers in this game. They are going after Drake May. Drake May could use his legs. I'm assuming Drake May will be very popular for rushing yards. And you know what? I don't care how square it is. It's probably something that could hit. Let's see, by the way, what are the most popular bets in this game? New England money line, Houston money line, spread, under Woody Marks rushing attempts. Interesting. Maybe they think they're going to be playing from the behind and abandoning the run. Ramondre Stevenson, most bet touchdown scorer.
Yeah,
Woody Marks,
absolutely insane.
Hunter Henry, under first half. DeMario Douglas receptions, under on the game. Yeah. No strong lean for me in this one. I agree with you guys. This is very, very tough. I have a slight lean to the Patriots. All right, let's get to the last game. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. It has been a packed house in here. We've been almost 250 live viewers.
RedTube numbers going up. 140 Twitch. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's been thick. The Greg effect is real. All right, last game on the board. Kind of another tough one. But it's also like this is just to close your eyes and take the better team type of game, you would think. But I'm having a tough time doing it. And I'll make it real simple for you, and we'll come back around to me again because I don't want to hog the microphone. The Bears might be a team of destiny. Here are the splits. Wow. Picket sharps like the Bears on the spread. Didn't expect that. Let's look at wager talk. 4 down to 3.5. One thing to mention before I hand it off on this one is we've been hearing about the weather. It's going to be negative 10 degrees with the wind chill. Greg, saw your tweet, by the way. You used to shit on me all the time about wind chill. You might be a wind chill guy now. Is that correct?
It was windy, dude. It was windy in that end zone.
Yeah, it's almost like it matters. So anyways, wind chill be negative 10.
Well, let's just be clear that you were complaining about it being chilly in Jacksonville. So,
okay. Wind chill is real. And I saw a stat about Matt Stafford in temperatures like this, 1 and 9. But also at the same time, it's kind of interesting because when he was with the Lions, he's certainly played in cold weather before. So he's not too unfamiliar with it. Granted, the Lions were in a dome, but you still went to Green Bay, you still went to Chicago. And as Steak pointed out, we heard the same narrative last year when they went on the road to play the Eagles in a snow game, a cold and snow game. And they fucking
had almost 400 yards passing in that game.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome. So I don't know how much stock you want to put into that. I personally think, and I just tweeted this when Steak and I were texting, the biggest upset would be the Niners beating the Seahawks because they're 7-point dogs. But I think the most shocking upset would be the Bears beating the Rams. So,
yeah,
I got to lean in this game. Greg, go ahead. You what do you like? Oh,
yeah,
real quick, sorry. Hold on. I didn't talk about the total. High 51 on the open, down to 48.5. Probably weather related. Go ahead, Greg.
Not weather related.
Yeah. You kind of said, and that's where my logic is, because everything about this says Rams are the team to take, but I wouldn't even say the Bears are a team of destiny, but they're reminding me a lot of the Commanders last year, where everybody just writes them off every round, and yet they keep advancing. And that's kind of what I see here is similar to the Commanders upsetting the Lions last year. It's just, I could see it happening again in this spot for the Bears. I don't even know if I'll take the spread. I'll probably just wait to get a live line on the Bears, because the fourth quarter magic thing is real, man. It's real. You can say it's a fugazi if it happens once, twice, 3, 4. Now it's happened, 7 times?
Mm-hmm.
There's something real where this team just does not die. So I might take them 4.5 to open, but I'll definitely be hovering on that live line just to have a little bit of money and be on the side of the Bears making some late game magic. Because something with this Rams, dude, it lines up so perfectly. Where I said it last week, they play with their food. You cannot do this against this Bears team because they never die. And I just think that type of mentality on both teams sets up so nicely for another game where at the end of Sunday night, you're like, the Bears just fucking won this game. The Bears are going to the NFC Championship. Like, how is that even possible? So I don't hate taking a dart here on the Bears to make some magic.
Steak.
Well, I agree with what Greg said about the live bet. I also agree that the spread will not play. So I think if you like the Bears, you should be taking that plus 172 money line, because I don't think it's going to be one of those games that's
a little DGen ARB.
Great point. Great point.
I really don't. I like the over. I got nervous when I said I like the over, that it would be super square. Because the Bears are so bad on defense, specifically in the passing game, and it's Matt Stafford. And then, as I keep mentioning, the Rams defense actually hasn't been very good either for quite a few weeks. They weren't good against Bryce Young and the Panthers. Caleb seems like he's in his bag. I think for Caleb, it's going to matter about starting off strong, not having to perform another miracle to come back. It's not happening again. Caleb has to start out strong in this game. And so that's what I'm interested in seeing, if he's capable of doing that. Like I said, I don't think the Rams secondary is that good. I think he could do that. I thought a really interesting stat I saw was Colston Loveland has the 3rd highest receiving prop in the NFL this week, behind Puka and JSN. Really, really interesting. He's really blown up, showed up on the scene after we all dogged him for being a bad draft pick, and Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren, yeah.
Kind of funny how they've kind of swapped spots, because Tyler Warren was asked it.
We also, hindsight, we should have known. I mean, there's always a reason a guy drafts a player they want really, really high. The way that Sam Laporta was used with the Lions with Ben Johnson, we should have known that Colston Loveland, as he started to make an impact, we should have riding hot. He should have been hot too. Yeah. Just talking hindsight here, but go ahead.
For sure, because there's also so many injuries with the Bears, because if Roma Dunze's been injured so much. I feel like Luther Burden is a hit or miss guy with injuries. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think he has a big game. I get why you like the Bears. I'll probably either take the money line or try to wait for a live line, but I love the over, and I'm not as worried about it being square now as I was because the weather's so bad that I kind of just like the over.
Yeah, Poles has put a pretty good team together. There's no doubt about it. I love to shit on him because I hated that clip where he was like, we're going to take the North and never get it back. Komet is disrespected. As a Notre Dame guy, I love him. I really do, but I don't think he's the same type of talent as a
I don't think he's disrespected. I just think he's a very good, competent, especially in this situation. He's in a perfect situation for him.
Yeah. One thing I love that the Bears did, most importantly, was address the offensive line. It's really been Caleb Williams dependent, this offense, of him panicking too early, freaking out, running out, and having to rely on making a play. But the thing that's scary about fading the Bears is that he's starting to make more plays. That's scary. It's just really scary. So I think Steak made a really good point, or somebody did, about the Bears cannot start slow in this game. That's going to be huge. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're absolutely correct. The Bears are either winning or they are losing this game by 24 points. Like, that's probably what's happening. And I tweeted about that with the Panthers and the Rams, and I was wrong. I said the Panthers are winning this game or the Rams are winning by 50. There's no in between. Literally the opposite happened.
I'll make one more personal guarantee to you and everyone in the chat. If the Rams go up 14 and everyone wants to start getting cute with Bears money line, I absolutely promise you, if the Rams go up 14, this game is absolutely 1,000,000% over. That is a promise I make to you.
Really? Because even last week, the Rams went up 17-7. Like, they're a type of team who can squander it away, I think.
Nope. The Bears aren't doing that again, and that's not happening.
Dude, the most ridiculous thing, and this ruined our little squad ride parlay. The most ridiculous thing was the split usage between Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. Like, that to me with McVay was wild.
Yeah, it's wild, but it's not, because it didn't come out of nowhere. He's been doing this throughout the season, and he's been getting.
Yeah, but it's the playoffs. Like, lean on your better guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I have to admit, Corum is not really giving you a reason to go away from him. At least not from what I've seen. I haven't watched every single snap of Rams.
From what you've seen with your eyeballs, they look like pretty two similar talent level running backs.
I guess. Maybe.
Right. I'm with you more than anyone, because Kyron Williams is from Notre Dame and Blake Corum's from Michigan. I would love to sit here and tell you that I think Kyron Williams is far and away better than Corum, and I would have told you that through the first 8 weeks of the season. But Corum has been playing fairly well, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about in terms of a player prop and just overall in general. There is a angle here where if the Rams go up, they're going to run the shit out of the ball, and they probably can run the shit out of the ball. How funny would this be? Everybody was on Josh Jacobs last week, and remember we talked about it.
We nailed everything except the Packers. We nailed that game.
Packers. We said it had to be a Jordan Love masterclass. Over 1.5 touchdown passes was the easiest fucking bet of all time. His passing yards, you called it, was great. And then I kept saying Josh Jacobs being minus 110, 115 to score a touchdown is asinine. Yeah. He should have been minus 150, and he didn't score a fucking touchdown. Now listen, it would be funny if the Rams running game destroyed the Bears. I think Blake Corum, being a little bit more of a bowling ball, a bruiser, and a Michigan guy, this could be a game for him. This could be a Blake Corum game. I like Blake Corum in this game. But at the same time, I would not shy away from Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams or anyone on the receiving end, because
Devontae might be the guy after that we rust.
Look at what the Packers did in the first half. They can absolutely throw the ball and score on the Bears defense. But the Rams defense is been a problem. It has been a problem. So I think the Bears can find success too. So really, really high total. You want to talk about the fakest sharp spot on the board this weekend? Could be this under. Down 3 points, weather related. Matt Stafford in the cold. What did we see last year, Steak? We were watching it. Eagles, Rams. What was it? 50, 60 points they scored? Was it the final score? Like 31-26 or some shit like that?
Yep.
DJ, I get a fun one for you.
Go.
Most rushing yards in this game, Corum's plus 410.
I like it.
Yeah, I actually do too.
I'm going to take that. I'll probably take him. Let's go. I don't think I pulled up the Pickett splits. My apologies on that. Well, I did on the spread here. We talked about that. But let's look at the popular bets here. Puka Nacua, anytime touchdown score. I mean, I would never talk you off that. Look at this. Kyron, most popular guy to score a touchdown. Where's Blake Corum? That could be my guy. I'm a James Cook and Blake Corum guy this weekend. Steak, we'll go around the horn. 11:56. Unbelievable tempo and pace by us, by the way.
Perfect.
Unbelievable.
Glaze us, chat. Glaze us.
Glaze are us. What's your favorite, or what's your read on the side total and a player in this Bears Rams game?
Over. Bears money line.
Okay.
Colston Loveland.
Okay. Greg, if you don't have one for each, that's fine. But if you do, share it.
I'll be very similar to Steak. I want to see what his odds are here. That's not coming up. Over. Bears money line. Roma Dunze. He's been very quiet. And he had that massive fourth down catch. It could be time for him to pop out.
Yeah, we align on this one the most, probably out of all the others. With you on the Bears money line thing. Am I going to play it? I don't know, but I am certainly. Actually, yeah, no, I can't be a fugazi. I just bitched and moaned about how people were upset with Ben Johnson laughing. Did you guys see that tweet?
Yeah.
He was mad at him.
I kind of like it. It's a rivalry. Be an asshole.
Fuck. I acknowledge like it was something that you don't see very often, but I'm with it. I'm with it. Fuck Matt LaFleur. Fuck the Packers. I'm all in on Ben Johnson. I just have my concerns about Caleb, but Caleb is showing that he's a player. So give me the Bears with you on the over. I'll go. This doesn't correlate, but I do still like Blake Corum. That's my guy in this game.
I do too.
Let's do a quick touch on the other 3 games, and then we will get out of here and shut it down right on time. Bills, Broncos, Steak, side, total, player prop. What do you like?
Under. Broncos, RJ Harvey. Also like James Cook with you.
Okay. Greg, Broncos, Bills?
I'll go second half over.
Okay.
I'll go Broncos first half. I'm getting all kinds of cute on this. I'll go Broncos first half. And then for a guy, I'm with you on Cook. I think Cook's a guy to look at.
Yep. Cook's rushing yards for me will be my POD.
And a Bo Nix touchdown. We'll sprinkle that in.
Okay. I'm going to go on the Bills, but remember, make this very clear because people like to just make shit up. I am fading the Denver Broncos here, so I will be betting the Bills. One unit, one response.
You've been very clear about that.
Yep. Total. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go first half under. First half under. You went second half over. I'll go first half under. Niners, Seahawks. I'm on the Niners. Contrarian over potentially after 2 low scoring games. You know what? Now that I think about it, I didn't really give a player prop in this game. I'll go Brock Purdy over completions. That's what I'll do. I think it's got to be a Brock Purdy game, as much as I still love CMC, obviously. Go ahead, Steak.
Seahawks by murder. I think the game goes over, and I would either take Charbonnet or I would square up and take JSN.
Okay, Greg.
Niners over Juwan Jennings.
Okay. Texans, Patriots.
I don't hate some of these Niners backup tight ends.
Yeah, Tonjes he'll probably be a corp guy that hits. Patriots -3 total 40.5. I like the Patriots. I don't know what I like on the total, actually, now that I think about it. I didn't put too much thought into it. And I will go Hunter Henry.
Patriots square under Travion Henderson.
Close, Steak. Patriots under Ramondre Stevenson. He seems to be getting the hot hand.
He does seem to be getting the hot hand.
He does seem to be getting the hot hand. Okay. All right, guys. Steak, Greg, great.
I'll take the bet in the playoffs, right?
That's it for the week. Tomorrow, Pickett pregame. I'll send you guys the details. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're following the pages. Make sure you like the streams wherever you can see it. We appreciate the engagement and the support and the subscriptions. You guys are awesome. Greg, Steak, enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'll check you guys later.
See you, boys. W's.
All right, guys. Great job. Fantastic stream today. A lot of fun, as always. Shout out Pickett. Shout out Profit X for the Fake Sharp sponsors. Appreciate them, as always. Is there anybody live? Snowman, are you live? Is anybody live? Does anybody need a raid? Anybody need a raid? Who needs a raid? Owner's Box is live. We'll send you over to Owner's Box. Yeah, we'll send you over to Owner's Box. You guys are welcome. I know as you scream from the rafters, thank you. That's right. You're very welcome. We love doing it. We love talking ball. We love talking sports. We're going to be here all year. We don't take any weeks off. Thank you very much. Shamway, appreciate you. Thank you, Brock. Austin, appreciate you. Thank you. Just Gritties, Money Habits, IMNG, Jesus. We're going to rate Owners Box Sports. Bang, join the raid if you want to go to listen to some Canadians. Don't worry, they don't talk politics. You guys have a great day. Good luck on all your wagers this weekend.